You are watching Otero Studios.
Welcome to another video, everybody. Today I wanted to do something a little different because a lot of people ask how my setup is and all this cool stuff in the background. So I just wanted to do a quick tour of my my cave or Fortress of Solitude, because down here the rest of the house is crazy, and it's nice to get down here and be able to focus on my artwork. Obviously I have a lot of stuff here that just cherish childhood things, so I'm gonna flip the camera over and then kind of zoom in on some stuff. It's still a work in progress, because as you can see here, that backspace, getting another shelf. Uh-oh, Sonic fell down. So I gotta fix Sonic, but yeah, I'll go through all, the whole collection in there, and you guys can see what's going on. So starting out, I just wanted to point this Aleister Black I got for my birthday. My brother knows me too well. He knows I'm a huge Aleister Black fan, so he got me that for my birthday. Next up, this is something my dad made. So as you can see, the artistic side runs in the family. My dad's a mechanic, and he fixes. It's kind of like a handyman, and he found this old wood and made this Otero Studios, and he even put a turtle in there. I'm gonna turn the light a little bit here so we can see better. So there's the turtle. This is a TV that I'm going to be using for backgrounds when I do live streams and record. So that way there's stuff going on in the background, so you don't get bored hearing me blab on. This is a turtle print that was done by my good friend Rich Woodall, and he did this Darth Vader with the Infinity Gauntlet. This was by Joe Schmalke. This is Morpheus from Sandman. One of my all-time favorite characters, and then my second all-time favorite character right next to him, Superman by Alex Suviak. At my very first Comic-Con, I went up to him and showed him my portfolio, and he's one of the first ones that said, "Hey man, you got talent, just tighten up your pencils a little bit." And I'm glad I took his advice, because when I first started I was very loose. So I credit a lot of my new style to Alex, because I went back to the drawing board and really tried to tighten up my pencils, and it came out great once I tightened that up. Here is a Nintendo poster I got when Toys R Us was closing. It was like I think it was like $1. I thought it was gonna fill up more of the wall. Eventually I want to use it as the side of an arcade cabinet, so that's why it's just there, so it stays flat. There's still some stuff here in the way, but those are my two Wiis. One is my original Wii, and then this is my father-in-law's. Once they got rid of the online capabilities, he didn't have a use for it, because all he used it was for Netflix, and now he has a smart TV. So this is a cool geisha I picked up at a garage sale. It's a little heavy, so I can't put it up yet, so I need to get a better hook for it. I'm sorry for the shaking. I did my lawn today, and I get really bad tremors when I overdo it. This is my OG Xbox, Dreamcast, PS1, and then PS2. Eventually they're gonna go here once I get the second shelving. This is some of my Super Nintendo and Super Famicom games with some Sega. There is Connor from Assassin's Creed. And then you can't see it really well, but I have Urban Strike and Thunder Force 2 in box. And then this is Double Dragon. I don't really have a lot of retro games because I emulate a lot. So a lot of the games that I do have, they're either on the NES Classic or the SNES Classic or on my computer. Those are my Vita games. Not a lot. I'm trying to stay minimal when it comes to video games. And I know it's going to seem kind of counterintuitive when you see my PS3 collection, but that's a lot of those games are my brother's who just let me borrow and just forgot about them. There's some Switch games, the Fire Emblem that I did a kind of like a quick unboxing of early on in the channel. My GameCube games, this one was from GamerThumb TV, still thank you for that, that's awesome. There's AJ Styles Pop. I don't really collect Pops, but for some reason, when family members get me a gift, they get me Pops. I don't know if it's because I collect a lot and they think that I collect Pops. I don't, but, you know, they look cool around the room. There's Vegeta and Ryu. And Jay Garrick. But we'll get to those. Because I love the Flash, too. This is my Retron. And then my Neo Geo Classic. I love this thing. And my NES Classic. The PS Classic is right by the Elgato. I'll show you that. I wish that space was cleaner. It's just getting the room to a point where it'll be easy to move around in. Because you see here, my daughter has these. They like Monster High, but they got these houses and never use them. And I don't know where else to put them in the house. PS4 collection. Nothing really crazy there. This is the PS3 collection I was talking about. So a lot of, like Kingdom Hearts is my brother's, Dynasty Warriors. The Assassin's Creeds are like my babies. Never get rid of those. I love Assassin's Creed. This is something I'm really proud of right here. Well, not proud, but it's my Sandman complete. I'm missing 1 and 2. They're just hard to find. Eventually, I'll get 1 and 2. The only thing is with those, they're really hard to read because they're hardcover. This is my box where I keep some paint markers and then my wood burning tool. I have to keep it away from the kids because last thing you need for them is to burn something in the house. I'll close that later. Alright, and this is my treasure trove of books. I don't think there's enough people on YouTube who talk about books. So, I got Dragon Ball Super 1 through 3, then the Dragon Ball Color Edition, My Hero Academia, One Piece, Initial D, Scott Pilgrim, Full Metal, and this Command & Conquer was actually signed by Keith DeCandido at my very first Comic-Con as well. I'm a huge Command & Conquer fan, so I had to get that book. There's some stuff up here, like Drawing Blood from... This is stuff that I still have to review. Cherry Blackbird and Drawing Blood from Kevin Eastman and Ben Bishop and David Avalon. This is... I can't show you the stuff in this. So I really wanted to get anime that was like Castlevania, so the guy at the anime shop recommended this book. It's awesome. I just don't have the time to read right now, so eventually I do want to get 1, 2, and 3. This is issue 0. Mangas are weird because issue 0 is bigger than the other ones, but then this is where I use my references for Pokemon. Kingdom Come, one of my favorite books. That is an awesome book. It's all done by Alex Ross, all painted. Black Science 1 and 2. I have issue 7 somewhere upstairs. The Batman, the Nightfall storyline. That's the one that Dark Knight Rises was kind of based on. Preacher, got all 6. The Sandman Brief Lives. This is actually collected in the bigger one, but like I said, this is easier to read. This is from Patrick Thomas. He is also a writer. Really good book. Definitely check it out. Moon Knight. You gotta have Moon Knight in your collection. Ninja Turtles, the very first volume of the IDW series. That's the series that I was in. I was in issue 34. So I think I was collected in issue 4 or volume 4, but they didn't put my name in there. Justice Society. This is from Alterna Comics. Shout out to Peter Samedi, one of the nicest guys in the business. The Last Samurai, I used that for references for samurai armor. The Star Wars Essential Chronology, God Delusion. And I'm a big Richard Dawkins fan, and God No from Penn Jillette. I don't really talk about religion on the channel, so that's why, because not a fan of it, but okay. Final Crisis, Renoir, History of Techniques. These are more my go-to books for drawing. So Christopher Hart is a very polarizing figure, because I've heard places where some people just don't like him, but his books are fine. They're harmless. This is Anatomy of the Artist. I can't show you this one because there's nudity in it. Norman Rockwell, huge. Who isn't a fan of Norman Rockwell? His art's everywhere. Joe Kubert, he passed away, I would believe, like 5 years ago. And he started the Kubert School. And Andy and Adam worked on DC and Marvel, so you've probably seen their version of X-Men. He did Thor, and I believe he did Conan. I'd have to double check. Dick Giordano, he was huge back in the 80s, so I had to get this book. Draw 50 famous cartoons. I'm a diehard Red Sox fan, so I got a baseball book. I was doing a World War II book, so I grabbed these, or my wife actually got these for me for references. Extreme Worlds, Halo, Ghost of Onyx, and my daughter got me that. This is a actual textbook from college, History of Art. This is manga clip art, so it's a CD that comes with some clip art on it. This is Dan Jones, The Templars, and these are all martial arts books. The Vital Point Strikes. Then there's some more stuff that I couldn't fit on the second shelf of DC stuff. So, and then right there, World War I posters, super awesome. We can't talk about that yet. That's coming. Don't worry. This is done by a good friend of mine. He got me this, or made it for me, at Fan Expo in Canada, and I was super blown away that someone did something for me. He actually did this Mortal Kombat painting as well. Alright, now to some more art. So Chroma Color, he's on Instagram, so check him out. His name is Chroma Color on there, and he did these pastel pictures. This is Sonic. That's Mikey and Raphael. I have Donnie and Leo somewhere in the room. Like I said, it's still coming along. Crash Bandicoot, of course. My buddy from AT&T got this for me for Secret Santa, because I made the joke that I have the core reactor in my chest because I have a pacemaker. So this is Vegeta and Frieza from the Super line. I got these stickers from the Dollar Tree. They're vinyl, so you can pull them off and they don't lose their stickiness. I like them. They kind of look like graffiti. Superman. You'll see more Superman stuff, guaranteed. So Ben Bishop did this awesome print of Master Splinter training the Turtles before they got their bandanas, and we traded prints. And he was just like, which one do you want? I was like, dude, I gotta have the one that they're training. This is a metallic version of my Toonami print that I did. It's horrible in video, but it's all scratched up, so I couldn't sell it. And I was just like, you know what, I'll just put it in my room. This is the black and white version of the cover I did for TMNT. And then that's another print that I did of Raph. And looking back, like, there's so much stuff that I would change now, but it's nice to keep your style frozen in time. So I'm going to move this light to give us some more light over here. Game Informer, not a big fan, but I got the Dragon Ball Fighter Z cover or magazine and I had to frame it up. There's Donnie. And I'm sorry for the hard breathing. Like I said, I did the lawn today and I'm still struggling from it. There's old school Hulk Hogan, and then the British Bulldog you can't see because of the Batman mask. This is some of my Xbox collection, and mixed with PS2, some more Famicom games. So this is kind of like the extra stuff that I have to sort out. That's why it's not in any alphabetical order. And it bugs me too because I have Assassin's Creed Rogue for Xbox, but everything else is pretty much PS3, so it's like it doesn't make sense, but oh well. Alright, so you already saw Vegeta and Ryu. That's my Stone Cold back there with my DS XL, and then probably one of my all-time favorite systems, the Game Boy Advance. Just all the Castlevanias that I spent time playing. There's Flash, Reverse Flash. My daughter made that for me, Otero Studios with Legos. Pedro Martinez from the Boston Red Sox. You got Vegeta back there. I don't know what Deborah's doing to Raditz, but like I said, this is a work in progress. So that's the Neo Geo box. Back here is Aquaman. There's a bigger Flash right there from San Diego Comic-Con. That's Vegeta doing the final Flash. Trunks. I got my Dragon Balls here. Trunks lost his hand in the move. Lady Deathstrike back there. This is such a cool anime. It came with Upper Deck cards. This is from VR Troopers. One of my favorite toys growing up. My brother found it. He's just like, here, man. I know that was your favorite. The ninja from Metal Gear Solid. You got Super Boo here wearing a tag team championship belt. Where is? Oh yeah. So you got. They're the tag team champions. It's hard to display loose figures, but they take up less room. I got this Japanese vase holding all my paintbrushes, which I seldomly use. Alright, dropping a level here. This is where things get messy. So I'm selling this Genesis and this top loader, or not top loader, toaster. Because I got the Retron, I really didn't see a need of having two systems, so I need the space. Then these are some Shinhan markers that I have. And then Command & Conquer back there with Tron. And then my N64 games are in here. It's mostly wrestling and I believe cruising. All my shipping stuff. This is the stuff you don't see on camera because it's a mess. But when I ship prints or ship artwork, I use this hard backing board with this foam board, and then I use these packed from the Dollar Tree. Normally it would cost like $2 to ship this out, but because I add so much weight to it, it ends up being like $8 or $10. But you're sending artwork in the mail. This is where I let some stuff dry and then get them ready for shipping. Alright, so now we're getting to the art end. So that's my recording camera. I'm using my phone for this, so that's my recording camera. And this is a frame that my dad built using like an old staircase holder or rail. That's my streaming headset. This is my streaming PC. Let me see if it's on. Nope, it's not on. So that keyboard turns on. I had to switch keyboards because this one takes way less room than that monstrosity. So you can see it's flickering on. And then this is the computer that I do all the editing on and everything. I finally found my watercolors, so I can start doing the blood splatter again. So I draw on this table here. You guys have probably seen it multiple times in the speed drawings. And then back behind it, I have Ninja Turtle there that just won't stay on the wall. And then these Dragon Ball figures my wife got for me for Christmas. She was just like, I had to get you these. That's a poster I did for Master Zhang in Pittsburgh. And then this is the streaming TV here. So the other TV is more just to kind of play games or to have images, and that's why this is such a mess. But the last system I kind of streamed with was the GameCube, and then my GameCube controllers, and then the classic right there, and then that useless Retron 5 controller. Oh my god, it's horrible. And then we got the PS4, which is having some technical difficulties at the moment, so I've been using Xbox. But this is a different view, so you can see. Eventually, it's gonna look a lot more organized. It's just running out of room. Hopefully you enjoyed that video of my cave here. I know that it is kind of a mess, but you know, if you're not making a mess, are you really making art? That's my thing. You know, it's if I clean one area, then another area gets dirty. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Tell me what you thought. I mean, it's coming along all right. I just wish I had more video game stuff up, because I draw a lot of inspiration from video games. And then this right there is going to get cleaned up really good, because that whole bottom row is just going to be shipping stuff, and right now it's kind of a mixture of shipping stuff and then the Turtle Beach microphone's down there somewhere. So hopefully you enjoyed that video. I would have some drawing done today, but as you can see, it's really bad today, and you can probably tell from the video it's shaking quite a bit. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought, and look out for the next few videos coming out. I have some speed drawings that are saved, but I have to wait for certain people to get their commissions before I can show them. So alright, everybody take care, and
Don't forget to keep it over 9,000. Take care. Bye. Get ready for the next battle.